Good evening, everyone. Welcome to an added quick show, actually, a little bit for you guys, because there's some breaking news.
Everyone.
Thanks to Nitin and his crew and his team. So, without any further ado, I just want to say hello to everyone, and we're going to give it to Nitin with some pretty big news for NY Yankee Mania. Nitin, how you doing? And go ahead.
Yeah, breaking news. My team and I booked our good friend and two-time heavyweight champion, legendary boxer Tim Witherspoon for Wednesday, um, January 7th at 10 a.m. Eastern. So, guys, get your questions ready and stay tuned. Okay, that's going to be a great show. He's a great guy to work with, and he's a legend. He fought Larry Holmes, and he's been through a lot. And his sparring partner was Muhammad Ali back in the day. So stay tuned, and he has a lot of stories. And everybody, guys, get your question ready, and it's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, this one was out from left field, no pun intended, but this is a unbelievable. We have a wonderful short out, everyone, that Yankees the Ugly Truth put together for us. He's unbelievable, caring for our show, and we can't thank Ken enough for a beautiful segue. Go to the short, everybody. Take a look. It's really good. And we thank him so much. We thank Nitin and his team not only for getting us them, but also spreading the word out everywhere. And we really appreciate it. We really do. And I'm also very happy that Nitin is getting better. He sounds a lot better than he did this morning, and so I'm happy about that. I want to give a shout out to everybody that's out there that's with us. Just a few. Yankee Travis, how you doing? Let's see. A nosebleed section is out there. Jacob Petrucci's here. Michael's here. Let's see. Bob Rizzo's here. Jeff is here. Teresa's here. Ava's here. Richmond Valley Pharmacy is still here. Thank you so much. The best. Absolutely the best. And I just want to give a shout out to them today. I gave them a nice surprise. They had gotten a beautiful lunch that I sent them from Yankee Mania to say thank you for all that they do for us and promote the show. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I just appreciate you all the time, and of course everybody here on Mania. You don't know how good a guest we have on Wednesday.
Yep.
I in my whole life, to be honest with you, I wasn't the biggest boxing aficionado, but I do respect and love everything that they do. And if you don't know, I don't care how young or old you are, when you get a WBC heavyweight champion on your platform, it's an honor. It's unbelievable. And how do you thank Nitin? I don't know how to do it. I really, with love and support, that's what we could do. And we thank Nitin from the bottom of our hearts for what he does. He didn't know me from a hole in the wall when we started Yankee Mania in April. And then there was one lucky phone call, and it all changed. And that day was one of the best days that I've had in this business. So kudos to Nitin and his team.
Yeah. So, guys, if you guys have any questions, get your questions ready. Either put your questions in the chat and also send your questions to Joe via email. So there you go. Like I said, my team and I we booked Tim Witherspoon, and he's a great guy. So you guys are gonna enjoy him.
And we also have with us one of the best women, girls that are in the chat. Oh, any chat there is, and that's Katie. Katie, and we welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Celia is back. We thank you all for coming back. Our women's geography is going up, guys. So I love to see that. We are going to have a lot more from women talking their mind and everything here. So we're really looking forward to it. So that's going to be led by people like Marnie Schneider and Maria and people like that. So there's a lot going on, and we're really looking forward to it. I want to say hello to also our morning guy, along with Nathan, is Sean the Brownie.
Let's go.
Sean,
What's up?
Yeah.
how's it going? Are you a
What's
little
going on?
excited about our guest for Wednesday?
Oh yeah, no, I was fired up. I
Are
mean,
you joining on Wednesday too?
yes, plan on.
Yeah, baby. Did you ever see him fight?
I think I might have caught the latter end of his career, but I saw the highlights of him fighting. I think I more caught it that way. But I know he was in that era with
Yep.
Tyson and
We were all.
um,
We actually. We were at. We did a. We had a. We hosted an event with Tim last year in New Jersey at the DTM shows. We had Mike Tyson, Holyfield, him, and Buster Douglas all in one room.
oh wow, you know,
Yeah.
There's a couple of million in that room.
Yeah.
Don't you think? That
Yeah.
looks like the Yankees on base when they have Stanton, Judge, and well, I don't know who else makes millions of just about everybody on the Yankees, and I guess Chaz Chisholm. So, but now and again, we will please everybody if you haven't gone to see the short that was put out there courtesy of Ken from The Ugly Truth.
Yeah. Thank you.
Please go watch it. It's amazing. It's great. You see some action, and he's promoting our show, and we can't thank him enough. So Ken and his crew, thank you so much. And I know for a fact he had a very busy day, but he stopped what he was doing. He heard about it and he did it, and he surprised me in my email. He said, "Joe, go check your email." I did a little something, and I can't thank him enough, and I hope he's listening. We can't thank you enough, Ken. Thank you so much. But guys, I just got off watching Yankee Hot Stove.
Yeah.
Usually, the first 15 minutes is the most important. And to tell you the truth, guys, basically, it was a little bit more positive. It wasn't positive on the bow sweepstakes, but it was pretty positive on the Bellinger sweepstakes. The Cabrera sweepstakes, according to Yankee officials, nothing is imminent. It's very, very like they might have just checked in on him, but that was about it. So they may be counting on internal. They may if a trade goes on their lap, they might do that. But internally, I think that's where the Yankees are going, and I think they want to get a big bat. That's what I got out of Jack Curry and Michael Kay tonight. I know, Nathan, you put it on for a few minutes. Did you gauge anything? If you were able to really hear it?
Well, Jack said that the Yankees are interested in Bo Bichette, but they said he said no deal is likely, but you never know. And then they also said Cody Bellinger. Some of the other teams are interested in Bellinger have fallen off apparently. So
Yes,
but
isn't that what I said? Isn't that what I said, Nathan? No, everybody knows he wants to be a Yankee.
Yeah.
Nobody, even Uncle Steve, is not going to he's not going to get in there. He wants to play for one team. Yes, Sean, I see you with your hand. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I was right there with you. I was believing in that it was pretty much going to be the Yankees versus Yankees, and it was going to be a Cashman, Boris standoff for a while, and then they're finally going to just sign. At some point, Cody's going to tell tell Boris to go kick rocks and then sign the deal and he's going to be a Yankee.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree with it. Some new people in here. Hi, Phil 9330. I'm going to call you 9330. Thanks for stopping by. Very nice picture of you, by the way. And thank you. Always women make the show brighter all the time, all the time. So thank you for being here, guys. The subscription is NY Yankee Mania. Just subscribe. It's all for free. Just come in. Rah us. We've got so many beautiful shows coming up. We on the 15th now. It's now official. We will have Maria Venuto and Chef Nick and myself and surprise guests that will be coming on to entertain us all. So that's going to happen on the 15th.
Hey guys,
yes.
Yeah, before you go any further, our Job of the Mouse show is live right now. So after this, please come in, tune into our Job of the Mouse show, and at 9 o'clock, we're gonna have Bobby Valentine on the show. So stay tuned for that.
Yes.
You might get some good insight over there.
Oh yeah, Bobby Valentine is very interesting, and I'm sure he's always asked about the mustache coup when he got thrown out of a game, and then he came back with a mustache. So that was pretty funny. That was, he's always known for something like that. So that was good. His tenure with the Mets was excellent. I don't know what really happened after he left the Mets, but he's in New York.
He did horrible with the Red Sox, but Sean said, yeah, like we mentioned yesterday, that the Red Sox were already uploaded when he came in. I think.
Yeah, because the what's his name had already left the Red Sox for the Phillies, Pedro, and then Manny, and so then it was just like somewhere at that point the Red Sox were trying to figure out whether they're gonna do a total rebuild, because when you lose a lot of your stars that made that team great for so long, you go through that period, and so I think that when Bobby Valentine came there, the situation was already kind of hard to manage. And, I'm not saying it doesn't really take away, but it just kind of happens because you see with a lot of coaches and managers in all these sports. For instance, look at the Raiders fired Pete Carroll after one season, but they're still in the middle of the rebuilding. So they're having a lot of issues trying to recultivate a new culture in the Oakland Raiders franchise.
Mm-hmm.
But Pete Carroll's still a great coach. The problem was, in doing that, a lot of guys weren't really buying what he was selling. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, some teams can adapt to what they want, what the manager and what the coaching staff wants to do. And it's all according to, it's really all according to if they buy into, there's a big saying in sports. Can you get your players to buy in with what you want? A lot of people forget that. If you can't get that, you ain't going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. I put the email on the screen for purpose, everyone. If you have an idea, if you just want to say hi, we answer everything. So if you come to joeyankees28@gmail.com with the question, and just to say hi or whatever, by all means, get in touch with me, get in touch with us. If you want to get in touch with Sean or Nitin or Chef Nick or Evan, just put it in there and I will quickly send it off to them. No worries. You never have to worry. You're always going to be heard because right here, as you know, you're our family. And we just don't talk, we act. So I just wanted to let everybody know, joeyankees28@gmail.com. And I really have a feeling that we're going to have some extra shows this week because deep down in my heart, I really, truly feel the Yankees are going to make big news this week. It's got to happen. This is the week that all the Yankee everybody that buys the tickets, everybody has season tickets coming in. I guarantee you they're going to make some type of noise this week. And I refuse to believe that they're going to stay quiet. And this is the team that's going to go into 2026. It ain't happening. It's not happening. They are going to make one or two big more moves. It's going to move the needle of the team. And remember, guys, that just because they start the season doesn't mean it leads up to July 31st. How many players did the Yankees get on July 31st that led us into the land of at least getting into the playoffs and beating the Red Sox? All of those guys, except maybe Jake Bird, helped us get in there. So please, plenty of time. And remember, everyone, as you all know, February 21st, we are going to do the play-by-play of the Yankees home opener at George M. Steinbrenner Field, baby, with Ken the Ugly Truth. We're simulcasting all the New York Yankee games right here on NY. I am pumped. I am totally pumped. Totally. Guys, you got to get excited. This year is going to be a magical year for NY Yankee Mania, for the Ugly Truth, for Jobber and the Mouth, for Nitin, for Chef Nick, for Maria, for everybody. We are going to have a ball, and then we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate with a championship. I just feel it.
Oh, yes.
I don't care what Toronto's doing. I don't care what the Orioles are doing. The New York Yankees are our team, and we have to stay behind them. Let's do this. And I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I'm sorry. Go ahead, guys. I had to get that out.
No, we're right there with you, 100%. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and buy into the Yankees are a third place team or they're a fourth place team in the division. The season hasn't even started. Spring training hasn't even started.
Right.
We're still in the off season.
Yep.
The Yankees will make moves. We will get Cody Bellinger back, but it's a matter of time. It's a matter of when, not if. And you know what? So what if those other teams get all those guys and spend a whole bunch of money? Guess what? On paper, it doesn't mean anything when it comes to on the field. Because injuries can still happen. Team chemistry can go out the window. You know, all different types of things can happen. So guess what? I'm going to be a Yankee fan through and through to the day that I die. I'm going to root for this team no matter what. If they go and trade and get Nico Horner, I'm going to support it. I may not agree with it all the way, but guess what? If the Yankees make a move and they get somebody on this team that's going to help this team, I'm going to root for them to succeed and not fail. But,
Yeah,
sorry.
I agree. Nitin, do you agree with what he's saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree. I think the Yankees will make moves soon. It's just crazy. Like, obviously, again, I don't know. I think they're gonna make moves soon. So,
Well, obviously something's funny. What's going on with you?
nothing.
Okay. No, but like we've been saying, everyone, you got to you know, if you're a Yankee fan, you're a Yankee fan. And I know you may not agree with everything that they do, but you know what? Listen, you got to go with the good and the bad. Not everything is going to be great. Not everything is going to be lousy. We got to stick in the middle, everyone, and we have to go with it. But there's plenty of time. It's not like March 29th is tomorrow. March 25th, excuse me. It's not. Tomorrow is only what? January the 6th of 2026. We don't start until March 25th. February 21st is only spring training, guys. I'm upset myself, but listen, if it means that we got to wait a few days, so be it. So be it. So I'm just saying, you know, let's be more mindful. You know, I know the problems you guys have. Anthony Volpe at shortstop, this one over there. But you know what? You never complained, and I don't want to get into this right now. But I mean, you know, you have to defend a situation once in a while. Nobody got on Judge when he did nothing in the playoffs. Nobody said one word. Not one word. And Volpe hit over 300, and he hit a couple of dingers. He hit some base hits.
Yeah.
But nobody says anything about that. You're looking at 161 games, 62 games that we got into the playoffs. So the complaints It's somewhat a little ridiculous every here and there. Enough with the complaints and let's move forward. I'm not saying you don't have a right, but if you see that's our team, you don't like it, then nobody's telling you to watch the Yankees. You got 29 other teams.
Yeah.
If you don't like what they're doing, but you got to stick with the good and the bad. That's a fan. Look at all these poor fans that are fans of like the Mariners, even for the Indians for that matter. For a lot of teams, they're good teams. They haven't won, but that doesn't you don't. Yes, the Yankees haven't won since 2009. I understand that, but we do have 27 World Series. That's all I'm saying. 27. What other team can say that? And not even the powerful, mighty old Dodgers. They still have to win what? Another 19 in a row? 18 in a row? That's not going to happen. We'll never see it in our lifetime. Our kids won't even see it in a lifetime. Be thankful. You're a Yankee fan, then you're a fan of the greatest franchise ever.
Right.
And we're not acting like that. We're acting like, do you want the Yankees to act? It could be a lot worse. Their payroll could be $175 million. Their payroll is $300 million. All right, right now it's $274. It's going to get to $300 million.
Yeah.
We're spoiled, and we all know it. I'm the first one to say I'm spoiled. Of course I want a championship. I mean, I've seen what, 7 championships in my lifetime. I never get tired of it, but I'm not going to sit and say, they still got to play 162 games. There's no guarantees in life. There's no guarantees we're waking up tomorrow, unfortunately. You got to be proud of what you do and what you have right now at the moment. Just enjoy it. Go behind a Volpe. Go behind a Garrett Cole. Go behind Aaron Judge. Do what you need to do. But it's tiresome that you're gonna keep putting these people down, but you're still rooting for the team. So we haven't won since 2009. What about the Met team? Since 86. In my book, that's 96, 06, 16, and 26. 40 years. You're complaining with 15? What about the Mariners? They never won anything.
I was gonna say the Mariners, the Padres, a lot of teams. The Brewers haven't really won. There's a lot of teams that haven't even made it to the World Series, let alone won a World Series. And yeah.
No, so let me bring up Lou's comment. I'm not saying you can't trash them, but there's a limit. There's a limit. Every day is the same thing. That's why a lot of times we don't want to be stale here at NY Mania. We want to come on and talk about a lot of fresh things. So, I mean, yeah, it's very easy. We could come on every night, every morning, every night, every afternoon and say the same thing. But, after a while, it gets tiresome. We all know a lot of people don't like the way the Yankees run the organization. Can we do anything about it? No. You could say your piece, but then put it to rest.
Right.
And let's go on to the season. Listen, like I said in one of the shows a couple of weeks before New Year, before Christmas, you better enjoy this year. Embrace it, because you don't know if we're going to have a baseball season next year. And people, if you don't believe that, you're living in Disney World. I'm telling you guys, you better enjoy, no matter what happens, enjoy 2026.
Yep.
Because I don't know if you're going to see 2027. If we do, good for us. But get ready, everyone. Enjoy it. Don't beat it down too much. This is one year that everybody here needs to enjoy it.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, and to the point, there's a fine line. You can call out the players when they're not doing good, or you can call out the management when they're not making smart moves. You can call out everything, but you can still root for the team. But there's a fine line between that and going to say, "Oh, Yankees will never win a World Series again," or "Oh yeah, they'll just be this that fourth place team." Or it's like, you know, just let it play out because you have no control. Like Joe was saying, we have no control over what happens. I mean, for all we know, tomorrow can be, something can happen and there be no baseball. What are we gonna do?
That's true.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you. And it's about time that, but I all I'm saying is let's enjoy 2026 because and I'm serious, guys. And you heard it, and you've heard it from our guest. We don't. I mean, there's one that was positive. Okay, I got to say that, but they don't really know. You got to know exactly what's going on before you can make a comment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the whole deal, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
I mean, and we still got 5 years of Aaron Judge prime.
Yeah. 5 years, yep. And then
5 years.
And then Garrett Cole, we have I think 6 years left, right?
Yeah, 6
I don't know.
No,
I
no.
wouldn't say Aaron Judge would be in his prime at 38, 39. He's
Well,
30. He's going to be 34 years old.
He has at least 2 or 3 more years left in his prime, in my opinion.
Okay, but I'm saying we got 5 more years of him being on this current contract.
Yeah.
And however many he might be prime. But even when he's not in his prime, he'll still be a good player because he's so elite in his prime.
He'll be a DH. Guys, I want to say hello to Swinging from the Fences.
Hey,
Hey, big guy. What's going on, my man? How's it going?
What's up?
How much more time do you have without school?
I've been back.
Oh, you are back.
I got back
You're
today.
back to school already?
Yeah, y'all started school today.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a little lull in. Oh, that's right. You're not. I'm thinking you're college like Evans. Oh,
Not yet.
it's a little different. But okay. Well, thanks for joining us. So, what's on your mind, big guy?
What's on my mind? It sounds like this Bellinger thing's finally gonna happen, which I'm excited about. I think Bellinger was just a great fit in the Bronx. I loved every second of him last year. I think Judge wants him back, and I just really like that idea. And I feel like we bring Bellinger back, and the wheels start to turn. All you impatient Yankee fans out there, your prayers will be answered. I feel like it's going to be a little domino effect. Once Bellinger falls, the Yankees, they're going to get active. They're going to sign a few guys. It's all going to be in bunches. It's not going to be very spread out because they're not really linked to anyone who's going to be long. What I mean by that is Tucker's going to be a late contract signing. Alex Bregman's going to be a late contract signing. Probably Ranger Suarez too. But the guys they're linked to, the two signings, Bellinger and Bichette, those guys are going to be signed very soon, probably before January 15th. I could see both be signed. So you're not going to have to wait that long, honestly, which is good. And then add a pitcher, take your pick. I want Freddie Peralta. My ideal offseason is Bellinger, Bichette, Peralta, and a righty catcher. The thing is, though, that was reported that Bo would not play shortstop for the Yankees, which is interesting to see. Now, Bo Bichette is no Ozzie Smith at shortstop. That's honestly blasphemous to consider him in the same conversation with Ozzie Smith defensively. Bo's really struggled at shortstop his whole career. The problem, it's his range, okay? When Bo's got to drop back into the hole, that hole between third and short and field a ground ball, he can't get to it for whatever reason. Some guys, it's a footwork thing, honestly. I mean, it's notoriously known that shortstop is by far the hardest position besides maybe catcher to play in Major League Baseball. Just the range you need to have, the footwork you need to have. You got to get rid of that ball quick. So Bo Bichette, not really the best with his footwork. I think, though, he has the arm, honestly, to be a okay third baseman. I think he has the arm strength. Maybe might not have the accuracy. I mean, I think it's obvious by age 30, 31, Bo Bichette's gonna be a 100% a second baseman. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's definitely the case for him. I think Jazz Chisholm gets moved soon, which I'm honestly okay with. I love Jazz Chisholm. He brings energy. He's a 30-30 guy from the second base position. That's hard to find. The only thing with Jazz is strikeout heavy. He batted 240 last year. He's a lefty, which is, I mean, he's a great fit anywhere. He's a great fit with
Right.
lots of teams.
Yeah.
But this current Yankee team, maybe if Grisham didn't come back, maybe if we didn't have McMahon sitting there at third, there would be a spot for Jazz at the table. But it's really hard to have Jazz back in this lineup, especially if they don't really want to pay him next year. You might want to strike while the iron's hot. Jazz is a tremendous, tremendous player. But I honestly think he got 30 homers because he plays in Yankee Stadium. I think his only position really is second. He proved he's not a third baseman at all. He's a good defensive second baseman, but at third, no can do. He's a solid outfielder if we even want to experiment with that, putting Jazz in the outfield. He's actually an outfielder by trade. That's what he was drafted as. That's when he was playing in the Bahamas, coming up out of high school. That's where Jazz was naturally. So he's naturally an outfielder if we want to experiment with that. But Jazz, I mean, the other name that I even saw too, my boy Nico Horner. That's someone I love. A 300 average, 30 doubles, 30 stolen bases, gold glove defense. Nico Horner is someone I love for the Yankees. You could go him or you could go the Bichette route, honestly, but I think it's pretty apropos to get either Bellinger and then you take your pick, Bichette or Nico Horner, just because you need a righty and you need a leadoff man. I don't want Judge to bat leadoff. I don't want Bellinger to bat leadoff. I don't want Rice to bat leadoff. I do not want Trent Grisham to bat leadoff because, I feel like when they've done those moves, when they put Judge at the leadoff spot, when Rice was at the leadoff spot, when Grisham was, it felt so forced. It didn't feel like, it just felt like when they put those guys up at leadoff spot, I felt like they were just saying, this is the best we can do for our leadoff hitter. What they need to do is they need to find a true leadoff hitter who can bat leadoff day in and day out, that we can look at the lineup card and we could say, that's a table setter right there. That's the guy I want hitting in front of Judge and Bellinger and Stanton. And those guys are Bo Bichette and Nico Horner. Yankees, take your pick. I think if you trade Jazz to Chicago, I think they do that trade. You get Horner in return. Horner does have I think he's getting 11 mil in AAV, so it shouldn't hurt you that much. Honestly, if you want to save money, Yankees, go get Nico Horner over Bo Bichette, $11 million AAV. That's nothing. Bichette's going to get 15 to 20. You save a few bucks there. Have Horner play second, and then you got it right there. So at the end of the day, the Yankees need a leadoff hitter. I think it's almost, if I was a betting man, which I'm not, I would put my money on Bellinger to come back to the Bronx. So with that being said, I'm making all these ideas and these brainstorms of Bichette and Horner, hypothetically, with Cody Bellinger on this team.
Well, George, you do have a question in the text here. From Bob. Bob says, I haven't heard too much that Bellinger is going to be a Yankee. What makes you feel? What have you heard in the last couple of days that makes you feel confident he's coming back to the Bronx?
I've heard a ton in the past 48 hours, honestly. I feel confident that the Yankees keep submitting offers. I think what I've been hearing is that the money isn't an issue, okay, which is huge. That the Yankees and Scott Boras have agreed on a money amount, which is definitely crazy for Scott Boras. You're not even arguing about the money. It's the years with Cody Bellinger. I wouldn't mind if the Yankees, maybe give him an extra $4 to $5 million AAV, but you put a team option in the 5th and 6th years of his contract. He's not going to take an opt-out in a team option in the 7th because that's pretty obvious. They're probably going to opt out if he's not playing well. Put it in the 5th and the 6th team options, and I think Cody Bellinger takes the contract. I've been watching the hot stove. I've been on X going around, it just really sounds like the Yankees are deeply involved. It seems like other teams now are starting to back off a little bit for
Yep.
Cody Bellinger. So I think this is almost a slam dunk. But we never know with baseball. That's the fun part. I just really think Bellinger comes back, and then you can also look to the captain, Aaron Judge. He wants Bellinger back. They're going to fit to his needs as they should. He's the captain. You got to treat him like it. And I'm not mad at all as a Yankee fan. Bellinger was phenomenal last year. Got to bring him back. And I'm so happy that there's a really good chance he's back.
Yeah, to obviously Jack Curry said some of the other teams that were interested have fallen back during today's hot stove. And also when it comes to Bo Bichette, I think Bo Bichette will be a second if they were able to land him. I think he's gonna be second base right away, George. I don't think he's gonna play third base because we need a reliable third baseman. And you just mentioned his accuracy, so I'm kind of concerned with the accuracy. So second base would be the most logical position for him. But let's see what happens with that one. But Chris said unless they move Chaz to outfield do you think Chaz will adapt to the outfield?
Oh yeah, I mean, when he was with the Marlins, remember he was their center fielder for a while, and then they moved him down to the infield. And then, but there was times where he went back and forth between playing in the outfield and their second or so yeah.
I just want to give a quick shout out. I just got a couple of alerts, 2 new subscribers. Thank you very much. And we definitely really appreciate it. Glad that
684 now.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. So we're getting close to that 700 mark, guys, and we're still striving. We're now, remember, a lot more people came on to watch us all the time, and we're up to 35% now. So in a way, it's good and it's not good, but it's good. We just need for you to move over just for 1 minute and press that subscribe button, and you'll never miss any notifications and shows like this on the fly and shows like we're going to have on Wednesday morning and all. So there's so much going on, guys, really. And I really appreciate George coming on with schooling and everything. And I think he knows that we're going to be doing so many beautiful things for not only for us, but for the channel, but the most important for our chat. The chat is the most important, and we can't do it without you. And you're with us 100,000% of the way. So we thank you so much for that. We added this because of you guys. The intention was with no Yankee news, we were going to see you tomorrow morning, but Nitin and his team did something wonderful. Surprised us earlier today with a great show for Wednesday morning, and I felt that I wanted everybody to know about it.
Hey guys,
no, go ahead, Nitin. Go ahead.
And also tonight, our Drop on the Mouth show is live right now. We got Bobby Valentine coming at 9:00, so tune in there. It's gonna be a good one. He's gonna give you some great insight, hopefully, with Jabba, Errol, and Speedy. And also, get your questions ready for Tim Witherspoon. Like, you guys are going to enjoy him on Wednesday. He has a lot of stories back in the day when he was boxing. He boxed against Larry Holmes, a lot of legends, and Muhammad Ali was his sparring partner. So you're gonna learn more about Muhammad Ali. Whoever didn't get to watch him back in the day, so you're gonna learn the ins and outs. So looking forward to seeing what kind of questions you guys have for Tim.
As a matter of fact, I am waiting for the Jabba show for the interview with Bobby Valentine, and I'm waiting for this. And then tonight, I'm going to do another short on how you could how you're saving money when you go to work. Don't go out and spend $20, $25 on that tuna hero. Don't do that, guys. Come in and listen to about a minute and a half on how you can take another $15, $20 a day, put it in your kitty, and you can do anything you want in the middle of the year or any time. You add that up, $15 a day. Let's say just the working days, 5 days a week, $15. I'm going to show you how easy it is And then when you go to April, May, and you want to go on a cruise, or if you want to go, wherever you want to go, you want to buy that new TV, you want to buy a couch, you want to buy a kitchen set, you'll be able to do it, guys, 100%. So right after Jobber in the Mouth, at least for that interview, by 10 o'clock, I'm going to put out a short. Please come to it and listen to what I have to say. If you follow that, you're going to save a lot of money, guys, especially if you live in the New York area. Just wanted to get that out. Go ahead.
Hold on. I'm just answering Travis's here. Joe Sherman said something on LB Network, which is interesting. He compared this offseason to the Yankees offseason in 2021, I think, when they signed they re-signed DJ LeMahieu late January, and then they started trading for Jamison Taillon, and they made multiple moves. So he compared this offseason to that, which is interesting because obviously the Yankees didn't make a move till late January, which was DJ LeMahieu, and then they started the spending spree. So it could be like this, where the Yankees signed Cody Bellinger, and then obviously started doing like trades and then some more minor signings, I think. So I kind of like that comparison. What do you guys think?
I hope it's a better offseason than 2021. Obviously, the LeMahieu contract hit us in the butt. Taillon, I actually like Jamison Taillon. I miss that guy. Someone who can take the rock every 5 days, give you six innings, maybe 7. He can even flash some big games, some big long shutouts. He was so reliable, Jamison Taillon. We need that kind of guy for the Yankees. But I want a better offseason, honestly, just because of how good the AL East got. You got the Blue Jays who are going to dominate. You got the Red Sox who are going to be sneaky. You got the Orioles who might pull a few strings. So I want a bigger offseason. I want more stars added to this team. Back to Jazz in the outfield, though. The only place I would put Jazz is center field, and Trent Grisham's there. Okay? And you can't trade Trent Grisham till, I think, I forget when, but you can't trade him for a while unless he agrees to it. So Trent Grisham has to say yes to a trade, because I don't know if you put Jazz in left field, it's going to be the same story as Jason Dominguez, putting a center fielder into left field. So I'm not too confident with that. I mean, I honestly see Jazz get traded. I think that's the honest truth. Could Nico Horner maybe play short? Maybe. He's done it before. I mean, he's just a vacuum cleaner at second base. He's by far, in my opinion, the best defensive second baseman in all of baseball. I mean, obviously the concern is his arm. He's got the range. I mean, he's got one of the best ranges in all of baseball. And the thing, just a quick player breakdown on Nico Horner. He's got one of the lowest K rates in all of baseball. He's in the 99th percentile in all of MLB for his strikeout rate. This is someone who does not strike out, always putting the ball in play, and he is fast. He stole 30 bases last year. I mean, this is a good player for the Yankees. I don't think he honestly, though, has the strength to play third or short. I don't think he's a left side of the. I think he's a second baseman primarily. So really, if you bring in Bo or you bring in Nico, I think Jazz has to get moved. He has to get shipped off somewhere. Do you put him into San Diego and do you trade for Mason Miller, or do you trade him to Milwaukee and you get Freddie Peralta, Tyler McGill, whatever you want there? Maybe that's the move. I really could see a Milwaukee trade, to be honest. Not Milwaukee. San Diego, honestly, for Mason Miller. You trade Jazz, and then maybe you get what's his face, Freddie Fermin, the right-handed catcher, and then maybe a quick little prospect. That's honestly what I might do for Jazz Chisholm. I feel like he would really like San Diego too as a city. Obviously, we know he loves playing for the Yankees more than anything, but there's ways we can capitalize on Jazz Chisholm to make our team better. And I'm glad the Yankees acknowledge the fact that they're way too left-hand heavy. So getting a lefty out in Jazz Chisholm, bringing in a very good righty contact bat like Bo or Nico, that improves the team so much. And I think Bo would be a pretty solid defensive second baseman, so you're not taking a sacrifice there. It's just a matter of what you want in terms of the payroll, in terms of what you're giving up in the trade, what you're getting in return. I really like the idea of Freddie Peralta. Maybe we see that unfold, but I think that's definitely this is all going to happen after a Bellinger signing. So Bellinger's going to come back, and then they decide what they do with their infield. But I do believe they re-sign Bellinger, and I think once they sign Bellinger, they take a step back and they say, what do we do with this infield? Because right now it's not good enough. You have nobody at second base. You have a third baseman who's a vacuum cleaner but cannot hit the ball to save his life. We don't know if Ben Rice is going to play first or he's going to catch. So what are we doing? And we have to decide, is Cody Bellinger going to play the outfield or is he going to play first base? That is what the Yankees have to decide after they sign Cody Bellinger, and they might have to decide it relatively quickly.
Yeah, but you're saying first base. Then what happens with Ben Rice?
Ben Rice catches.
They're not gonna put aside. There's no way they're gonna put aside Austin Wells, man. They're not doing
That's
it.
a lefty. They know they need a right-handed catcher. They can't. They went through this last year. They had three.
I know, but
left-handed
Ben
catchers.
Rice is a lefty hitter anyway.
They want a righty to back him up.
Yeah,
They
why they then get a starter that can play righty? Then we can
a
have
starter.
Yeah, Austin Wells as backup. Play Rice at first base. If you want Rice at first base, then that's the only way. And then who's at this point try and get William Contreras. But I don't think the Brewers will trade him. But you need a guy. I don't know. This is a pressure year for Austin Wells. So, but we need a right-handed catcher that can start also. So
We need a right-handed backup. Ben Rice is just as fine defensively as Austin Wells. People talk about Wells' defense. The only thing that Austin Wells does good defensively, it's his framing. And I don't give a crap about framing because in 2 to 3 years, that's going to be out the window when they have robot home plate umpires, when they get ABS. Framing's going to be dead, and I am so happy.
Well, that's going to happen this year.
We are overrating catchers defensively because of how they.
All right, hold on, Chris. Hold on, give me 1 second. Sorry to cut you off, but Chris brought up Victor Sarian. What's his name?
Caratini.
Yeah, what do you think about him?
That's not a starter. That's a backup, which is fine.
And hey, I mean, whether we get a right-handed catcher, whether he a starter, I mean, I would love William Contreras. But whether we get one that's backup or a starter, as long as we get a right-handed catcher, I'm okay.
Well,
why aren't they looking at Higgy?
I mean, yeah,
Higgy signed with
Texas.
No, Higgy's with Texas. He signed a 2-year deal with Texas.
I keep thinking that. I'm sorry.
Hero brought it up yesterday.
Right. I keep forgetting.
Yeah, well, we all forgot about it. It was just a sneaky deal.
So now it's JT Realmuto, Mitch Garver, Gary Sanchez, which I don't want Gary Sanchez.
No, they get Sanchez. We're going to call this show NY Mets.
Yeah.
I am not going to put up Gary Sanchez as catcher. I'm telling
him.
you guys.
Gary Sanchez could have been a great MLB catcher, but we ruined him. We told Gary Sanchez, pull the ball, hit the ball in the air. This guy was a line drive hitter. He would hit bullets into the gap. We told him, focus on your launch angle, drop your back shoulder. Gary Sanchez, the problem with him, he had such a complicated swing with like 4 different parts, and we made it even more complicated. Gary Sanchez, the reason why he was a stud his first 2 or 3 seasons was because we didn't tell him to do anything. We just let him play. He was fresh out the minors, but once he put up a 30-homer season, once he became an all-star, we started getting into his head. We said, hit more fly balls, do this, do that, and that screwed him up. Gary Sanchez could have been a very good MLB catcher because he already was. This was a multi-time all-star. His first 3 seasons, I believe he was a 2-time all-star with the Yankees. This guy hit 30 homers, and the reason he just fell off the abyss was because we ruined him, Gary Sanchez.
Look what they did to Jabba. Jabba was a great pitcher.
A great example. Yeah,
I couldn't wait for him to come out of the Don bullpen. What the hell did they do to him?
But not just
that.
Was
like years ago.
You remember they kept putting him into the rotation and bullpen. He could have been If they kept him in one spot, he would have been he still had a good career, but he would have had an excellent career if he stayed in one position.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
and you
and
know
then
why? Because they were dumb enough to take his role out of the bullpen because they were too stupid to go get another starting pitcher. So what did
right.
they do? They get a great relief pitcher that if you would have left the guy alone, could have been as close to it. I don't say Mariano, but somebody close, and they just screwed the guy up. Completely screwed him up.
Yeah.
And then remember there was another guy we did too, pitcher, Phil Coates.
Yeah, Phil Koch is another one.
Yeah.
I mean, the list goes on. You got Estevan Florio, we screwed up, Devi Garcia,
Well-
all these guys. We just have a graveyard of prospects, and I mean, they did the same thing with Volpe. Volpe came up, in my opinion, a year and a half way too soon. I mean, Dominguez, we're screwing up a little bit. I just hope we don't do this to Lombard. We're screwing up Spencer Jones right now. Like, there's just so many. I just brought up Gary because we mentioned his name. But back to the current Yankees and their catching situation, we don't need a starter. Ben Rice can start as catcher. He caught all of his college career at Dartmouth. He was a good, solid, reliable catcher. The thing that puts Ben Rice in the lineup, it's his bat. This dude absolutely rakes. And he doesn't need to play first. He's not even the best defensive first baseman out there. I would rather have Ben Rice spend all of the offseason in Tampa catching, doing nothing else. Just catch. Learn the pitchers, learn who you're dealing with, and turn him into a solid catcher. Austin Wells, get rid of him, honestly. There is no part for him. And the Yankees learned this last year, that there is no one that you cannot win with two lefty catchers. They learned this. They tried to go down that road, and they didn't. They learned, though, Ben Rice can be an above-average MLB hitter, and that Austin Wells cannot. So, trade Wells. Get a Freddie Fermin. Do something. You don't need William Contreras. You don't need JT Realmuto. That's honestly the last guy I want, JT Realmuto.
No. Yeah, he's going, no.
You need Ben Rice to focus. That's another thing. You need to give Ben Rice a concrete answer. You cannot have him guessing, am I going to wear my first baseman's glove today, or am I going to put on my catching glove?
Yeah.
You need to give the kid a concrete idea of what he's playing, and then that will be fine. Don't ruin Ben Rice, or we're going to have serious problems.
Unless the Yankees improve the first base, it looks like the first base is Nick Torres and TJ Rumfield, I guess. That's
no, not only that. We also have a
for that guy.
That's another issue, though. Yankees have holes. That's a problem. So we got to – obviously Ben Rice, if you keep Ben Rice in catching, now they got to figure out the first base. So no matter what hole they fill, they're going to have another hole to fill. So that's what that's the problem with the Yankees right now.
But here's –
first base is really a concern for me. I'm telling you right now. I wouldn't mind giving a chance to TJ Rumfield. Hopefully he does good in this. He's going to get a lot of looks in spring training, but we got to see what this Nick Torres guys bring.
Ugh.
Right. No, and here's the thing. We got a community of guys who can play first. We got Waldo, Paul DeJong, Nick Torres, TJ Rumfield. If we bring up TJ Rumfield, I want them to give him just give him the same way we gave to
They're gonna do it.
Volpe.
Do it.
Different thing is Volpe. Volpe was your first round pick and your prodigal son for his whole time in the minor leagues. Rumfield, I don't see a future in. Nick Torres, I hate the Nick Torres hype. I'm telling you, I can't stand it when people talk about Nick Torres like he's gonna save the Yankees. Yeah, could he? Is there a slight chance he'll be good? Sure. I'm not banking on someone who hasn't played MLB level base, who hasn't even been in an MLB organization since 2018. It's a great story, Nick Torres, but I'm not going down that road again. We did it with JC Escara. Great story. He's not going to do it. He crushed it in spring training. That's great. We can't expect these guys. We need to get actual hitters, and that's why I said I am completely fine with having Bellinger play first base and having Dominguez in left field. He will get better in left field. Trust me on this. They pulled him out of center field just before opening day and had him play left. That is such a difference. Going from center field to Yankee left field, that is a huge difference defensively. He just needs to get used to the dimensions. He needs to get used to how the ball will tail. Everyone's concerned how Cody Bellinger's contract is going to age. Have him play first base. Have him play first. Have him there. His body's going to be okay. And I honestly like the idea of having a flexible option at first base in years to come, because that's where I see Aaron Judge playing. I see Judge eventually moving to first base. So at the end of the day, I want Dominguez to get more of a shot. I want Bellinger back, and I want Rice to have an actual position, and I think he can catch. And I think the Yankees know that, and I think the Yankees might give him more of a shot behind the dish, because that's where I want to see him.
Yeah, and to answer the Trent Grisham, the Yankees could trade Trent Grisham at any time this all season or including the season. So it's saying here there's no specific date on trading him. They can trade him at any time. So
yeah, but
he needs to agree to being traded.
Pay $22 million?
No one is going to take him unless you include him in a trade package with another player. So
he can't go anywhere.
And swallowing the money.
Yeah.
If we were to trade him, because look at it, he accepted that $22 million qualifying offer, but market value is like $16 million. So you know that other teams are going to be like,
Grisham has to say yes to a trade, though.
I mean, not for nothing, but Grissom got a $17 million raise. Wouldn't it be nice if you could go to work and your boss turns around and says, hey, buddy, you did such a great job for us last year. You brought us in $100,000 more worth of business. I'm going to give you $17 million more. Where else do you get something like that? And
only in America.
Only in baseball. Only in baseball. How do you set these rules?
So all right. So I guess the player has to agree to the trade also.
When you take the qualifying offer, the player has basically a no trade clause. They have to agree to a trade until a certain date. Then they're free to go wherever. But I mean, you can't blame Grisham for taking the offer, and that's why I really don't want Yankee fans to take their aggravation out on Grisham, because that's just not fair. If you were in Grisham's shoes, you would take the deal. Grisham must have been pinching himself when they gave him the qualifying offer.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody came up to you and said, hey, Bob, I'm going to give you $17 million raise than what you made last year to come do a specific job for us, who in their right mind would not take that deal?
Mm-hmm.
No, I agree. Totally agree. And listen, this picture's got it. I am dying to do a Yankee round table with all of us, with the good minds that we have, and really dissect once we know what the Yankees are going to do. I mean, within the next 3 weeks, there's got to be a little more closure somewhere. They gotta have a picture of Bellinger. They have to have a picture of another pitcher. They have to know exactly. It's got to be better than it is today. So the Yankees still have room to do what they need to do all the way up to July 31st, really. But you don't want to go in with a lot of they can fix a couple of these problems and then worry about it throughout the year. You can make a deal anytime. But in the meantime, everyone, we have been on for an hour. There's a lot to do. And
hey guys, also, our Job on the Mouse show is live, and please tune in after this. 9 o'clock, we got Bobby Valentine, so stay tuned.
I'm actually going to jump off right now, Joe.
Yeah. Thanks, George, for coming on.
Right.
And hope to see you
Night,
during
everyone. Night chat.
Good night, George. Let's go, Yankees. Keep us posted.
Okay.
Take care.
Mate.
All right, guys. Just some final thoughts. So we can go get ready for a really good interview with Bobby Valentine on the Jobber Show, Jobber in the Mouth. And then right after that, please go look at my live short. And I'm going to be talking about saving money for your Monday through Friday. Some of the ways you could save quite a bit of money,
Right.
cooking wise and eating wise, especially if you look in your big cities. Okay, guys, some final thoughts. Sean, you want to go first?
Yeah. Look, guys, I think that Bellinger is gonna be that first domino to fall.
Yeah.
And then we'll see clearly how they're gonna address the rest of the offseason. But we're all waiting. Once Bellinger signs, when, not a matter of if, but when, then everything else will just fall into place. And then yeah, go to the Job on the Mouth right after this and check out that interview with one of the greatest baseball minds and one of the greatest managers in baseball, Bobby Valentine. If you guys remember, he was the manager of the Mets around the time of 9/11, but even before that, and that 2000 World Series between the Yankees and the Mets, that Subway Series was so epic because you had Joe Torre versus Bobby Valentine, and they were matching each other move for move. So, but yeah, you guys, go check it out. And then we got tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Come along with us, and maybe by then we'll digest some more Yankee. We'll have some Yankee moves to talk about.
Yep. If they make anything tonight, we'll come right back on immediately. We'll charge, and we'll dissect everything. Thank you, Sean. Great job as always. And then some final thoughts before you get on to other things. Go ahead.
Yeah, please. My team and I booked our good friend Tim Witherspoon, two-time heavyweight champion, for this show Wednesday, January 7th at 10 a.m. Eastern. So please tune in. Get your questions ready for him. Great stream today, guys. Talk about the Yankees and the show updates. And please tune in into our Job at the Mouth show right now. We are live. And then we got Bobby, like Sean just mentioned, Bobby Valentine at 9 o'clock. So tune in and let's go Yankees. And keep up the great work, everyone. And also – and I'm still getting – my phone is still blowing up with my new opportunity with the other company. So thank you for all the congratulations. So looking forward to that. And keep up the great work, too. Shout out, everyone.
Awesome. Great job, guys, for an added stream that we just did in a whim. And I'm glad that we did. Thank you for subscribing, people. Keep it coming. Please share the show out to everyone. Let everybody know that NY Yankee Mania is here and doing some great things with not only sports but entertainment. So with that in mind, God bless America. God bless you all. We love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for sharing some of your Monday night with us and every morning and afternoon with us. And we will see you tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. sharp. And if the Yankees make a move, obviously tonight, we will be back, of course. Take care, everyone. Thank you. Go Jobber in the Mouth and go get ready for a very, very nice, interesting interview. Everybody take care. Good night. Let's go Yankees.
Great guys. See you guys.